Hello my people, welcome back again to this channel. Thank you so much for being with me. So guys, please, I want you to come and listen to what I have to say. If you're actually doing something at the moment, please just keep it aside and come and listen to what I have to tell you guys. Now, there's a massive twist in Nnamdi Kanu's case. When I say massive twist, a big twist in Nnamdi Kanu's case. P2B said that the trial of Nnamdi Kanu, it makes no sense. And now, Reno Omokri claims he has a shocking video of Kanu ordering Lagos to be burnt, but supporters are calling it a complete fabrication designed to pressure Justice James Omotosho ahead of the July 18th, October, ahead of the 10th October war ruling. Now, let's actually break it down for you guys, because Reno Omokri is saying that he has a video of Kanu ordering Lagos to be burnt down, and also a video of where Kanu told these people to kill like 50 soldiers. Now, P2B speaks out. In his own words, P2B stated clearly that the trial of Nnamdi Kanu does not make any sense according to Obi. The case has dragged on without tangible evidence and has now become a political battle rather than what a legal one. Now, Reno Omokri's explosive allegation, both in the middle of this, Reno Omokri dropped a bombshell in a Channels TV interview. He claimed to have a video where Kanu allegedly told his supporters to kill soldiers, kill policemen, and burn Lagos. He even alleged that this was part of IPOB's strategy during the Southeast crisis. Now, if you have it, the question is, if Reno Omokri is saying that he has a video where Nnamdi Kanu was ordering people, like he was ordering people to kill soldiers and kill policemen. If he says he has it, then why did he come and show it to the court? Now, here's the problem. Supporters are firing back, saying Reno is lying. If it really has such a video, why hasn't it been tendered as evidence in the court for over 2 years now? The federal government itself has failed to produce any such clip. Even the Lagos State NSAS judicial panel never indicated Kanu or IPOB in its report. Now, pressure on Justice Omotosho. This is why many believe the alleged video is just another fabrication designed to pressure pressure Justice James Omotosho, who is expected to rule on Kanu's no case submission. Now, reports are circulating that Northern Ideas Forum and Northern coalition groups have been sending messages to the judge, urging him not to free Kanu. Now, all eyes are now on October 10, 2025. The question is, will Justice Omotosho be bowed to the alleged pressure coming from Reno Omokri, or will he follow the law and evidence in court? Now, imagine what this man is saying, that he has a video evidence of where Kanu was seen ordering the killing of soldiers and policemen, and people are telling him that, okay, bring out the evidence and show to the court. Why is it that you've not brought out the evidence to show to the court that you saw where Nnamdi Kanu was ordering them? Now, guys, what do you guys really think about this? Is Reno Omokri alleged video real, or just a political tool, to keep Kanu in detention? And do you believe P2B is right that his trial makes no sense? Now, I want you guys to drop your comment below. For me, the fact that they're even trying Nnamdi Kanu, it doesn't make any sense, because that man is actually innocent. But the fact that Reno Omokri is coming out to say things that he's not sure of about Nnamdi Kanu, saying that he has a video of where he was ordering people to kill 50 soldiers. He was ordering for the killing of 50 soldiers and not policemen. Now, let's go on. Let me tell you guys about this P2B's statement. Now, P2B's words are significant because he's seen as a moderate voice in Nigerian politics. Now, this trial does not make sense. It resonates. P2B said this trial does not make sense. It resonates with both legal experts and the public. And P2B also called for a political solution rather than dragging Kanu through endless court sections without evidence. Now, Reno Omokri's video claim, let us go to that one. His statement is almost identical to the federal government's earlier allegation. So people are now saying that Reno Omokri is actually working for the federal government, because anytime they give him small money or bribing, you see him, you start saying rubbish about Nnamdi Kanu, but he will come out and be talking good about Bola Ahmed Tinubu and be talking bad about Nnamdi Kanu. So Omokri said that the video allegedly shows Kanu instructing supporters to burn Lagos and target security forces. Now, the question we should be asking, who recorded it? Who recorded the video that Reno Omokri is saying that he saw Nnamdi Kanu, showing people, showing ordering the killing of soldiers. Now the question is, who recorded it, and why hasn't it surfaced all these years? Why is it coming out, to say such a thing now? So, users are accusing Omokori of trying to gain relevance by attacking what Kanu. Others say, if others said, if true, the video could change what the case was entirely. So Omokori, people are saying that Omokori is trying, to gain relevance by trying to use Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to shine. And others said, if it's true, the video could change the case entirely. But the question is, why hasn't he, published that video since Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been in court case? Why hasn't he published it since? Why now? Because he's not getting suspicious that Reno Omokri is working for the federal government. That is now what it means. It's as if he's now working for the federal government. Imagine bringing out a false allegations, bringing false allegation about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, saying that he's the one that ordered the killings of policemen and soldiers in the southeast. This is actually terrible. Now, guys, this is what I'm telling you that there is a massive tension in Nigeria as Nnamdi Kanu case takes a dramatic twist. P2B says the trial makes no sense. Reno Omokri claims he has a shocking video of Kanu ordering Lagos to be burnt and security officers killed. But supporters are calling it to a fabrication designed to pressure Justice James Omotosho ahead of the critical court case that is coming up on 10th October 2025. Now, I'll be breaking it down for you guys. This is what Peter Obi said. In his own word, Peter Obi said the trial of Nnamdi Kanu does not make any sense. Obi argued that after years of detention, the federal government has still failed to provide hard evidence linking Kanu to the crimes they allege. He warned that dragging the case endlessly only deepens distrust and tension in the southeast. For many Nigerians, Obi's statement hit hard because he is seen as a calm, moderate voice. His call for a political solution resonates with people tired of this prolonged but long legal drama. Now, Reno Omokori's explosive allegation, but just as Obi called for reason, Reno Omokri now dropped a bombshell. Speaking on Channels TV, the former presidential aide claimed he has video evidence showing Nnamdi Kanu ordering his supporters to kill soldiers, kill policemen, and burn Lagos. He even alleged Kanu's voice was captured planning attacks during the Southeast crisis. Now, Omokri said the clips proves the federal government accusations are real. The timing of this statement just days, in timing of this statement, he dropped the timing of this statement, before his court case, which is coming up on 10th October. And this has raised eyebrows, across Nigerians, that this man is working for Bola Ahmed Tinubu and also trying to pressure Justice Omotosho. Now, this is the question that people have been asking. If you have it, then submit it to the court, because according to Reno Omokri, he's saying that he has the proof. He has the proof that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was ordering ordering the killing of soldiers. Now, supporters immediately fired back at Reno, asking him, if you truly have this video, why isn't it in the court? For over 2 years, the federal government has failed to produce any such video as evidence. Kanu's legal team, filed a no-submission case, arguing there is zero proof linking him to the killing of 50 soldiers, 24 policemen on burning police station. Nigerian law is clear. Allegations mean nothing without evidence. So, courtroom desires justice, not TV interviews. If the video exists, it must be verified and presented legally and not on social media. So people are saying that Reno Omokri, if he has a video evidence against Kanu, what will he do? He should bring it out, and present to court, present it legally, and not going to Channel TV or going to interviews to say such a thing. Now, to make things even more interesting, remember what happened during the Lagos State NSAS Judicial Panel of Inquiry? Good. That panel spent months investigating the protest violence, and when the federal government was asked in Omotosho's court if the panel found any link between Kanu or IPOB and Lagos, the answer was clear no. The official Lagos inquiry never indicted Kanu. So how can Reno suddenly claim there's a video showing Kanu ordering Lagos to be burnt? This glaring contradiction is why many Nigerians believe the alleged video is either fabricated or being weaponized for politics. Now, pressure on Justice James Omotosho. This brings us to the heart of the storm. Justice James Omotosho reports say Northern coalition groups and the Northern Ideas Forum have been sending messages urging him not to release Kanu. Many believe the sudden appearance of Reno allegation is part of the wider pressure wars campaign. Just like I always tell you guys, we need to keep eyes on the judge, which is Justice Omotosho. Yes, all eyes should be on him, because this Kanu's court case that is coming up on the 10th October 2025 isn't just about one man. It's about the credibility of Nigeria's entire judicial system. So all eyes should be on Justice James Omotosho, because these people, Reno Omokri has given us a proof that he is working for the federal government. Now, all eyes are now locked on October 10th. If Justice Omotosho rules based on law and dismisses the case for lack of evidence, it will be a huge win for the rule of law and could open the door for dialogue and peace. If he bows to pressure and keeps Kanu detained without credible evidence, it will raise serious questions about judicial independence and could deepen the crisis in the southeast. Now, national observers, human rights groups, and millions of Nigerians are watching. Of course, they are watching. Supporters online are calling Reno's claim cheap blackmail. Legal experts argue if the federal government couldn't produce this video, a private citizen claiming to have it makes no sense unless it's fake. Others warn that using fabricated evidence to influence a judge sets a dangerous precedent. That is just it. It sets a dangerous. So Reno Omokri has definitely told us that, oh, he is working, for what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now, guys, let's go on. Now, emphasize that this is not just about Kanu, but about Nigerian democracy and judicial independence. Mentioning that the timing of Reno Omokri's statement just before 10th October 2025 looks strategic to many Nigerians. Now that the Southeast is on edge, awaiting the verdict with tension rising on social media and in political circles. Now, P2B's comment aligns with what many internal observers have said, that Kanu's trial has dragged on without tangible evidence. Obi's call for a political solution has sparked debate in Abuja, with some in government quietly agreeing. Now, Obi won the longer Kanu is held without resolution, the more it damages national unity and deepens grievances. Omokri said his alleged video doesn't just implicate Kanu, but also some unnamed IPOB commanders. Critics are questioning why Omokri, a former presidential aide, is now inserting himself into a sensitive case instead of letting security agencies, handle it. Now, some analysts believe Reno's statement is meant to create fear in Lagos and stir ethnic mistrust between the southeast and the southwest. The government has all the resources and intelligence units, but couldn't produce such a video suddenly. A private citizen claims he has it. Now, Nigeria's evidence, people keep asking him, if you have it, submit it to the court. Since you say you have the evidence, submit it to the court. Now, Nigeria's Evidence Act requires any digital clip to be subjected to forensic analysis before being admitted in court. If Reno's video exists, it must be authenticated by experts, not just played on TV. Now, allegations alone are not enough to convict anyone. Nigeria operates under the principle of proof beyond reasonable doubt. Kanu's legal team has reportedly challenged the prosecution to bring out their smoking gun, but all they have are unverified accusations. The Lagos State Judicial Panel had access to CCTV footage, witness testimonies, and security reports, yet found no link to Kanu or IPOB. These official panel's findings carry legal weight, making Reno's sounding allegation even more suspicious. Using Lagos as part of the allegation appears to be a deliberate attempt to create division between regions. Now, high-profile political trials in Nigeria often involve backdoor lobbying and threats, making judicial independence critical. If Omotosho rules purely on evidence, it will send a strong message to the politician that the court can't be manipulated. If he bows to pressure, it risks further eroding public confidence in the judiciary. The reports claim Omotosho is under watch from both local and international observers due to the sensitivity of this case. Now, October 10th, 2025 is being described by the analysts as Judgment Day for the Nigerian justice system, because all eyes will be on them on the 10th October 2025 when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be coming to court. Now, diaspora groups, especially in the UK and US, are planning protests depending on the outcome. Some security experts fear the ruling could trigger unrest if seen as politically what manipulated. The outcome could shape future agitation cases and how Nigeria handles what separatist what movement. Now, many people have been asking, why did Reno Omokri do such a thing? Did they really pay him to come and say such a thing, about a Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Like, did they even pay him to come and say such a thing? Because this was actually totally bad. Him coming out to say such a thing. And now people are saying that how much did they even pay? How much did the federal government pay him to say such a thing come and say such a thing in Channels TV? So guys, let's move on. Now, this Peter Obi said that this trial, it does not actually what it makes sense. So Obi's statement said this trial does not make sense, and Obi's voice carries weight as a moderate world politician. Obi called for a political solution to peace in the southeast. Obi is not defending violence but demanding due process. That endless detention without evidence fuels what grieviness. Obi warned about the economic cost of what unrest. Obi appeals to handling the case with sensitivity to national unity. Now that he also supporters were praising what Obi's courage, saying that he came out, to say the truth, saying that that they don't really need to, go and start trying Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So critics accusing him of taking sides. Critics now started accusing him of taking sides with Kanu, but no, he wasn't taking side with Kanu. He was actually, trying to tell them that trying this man does not make sense because this man is an innocent man. Now, Omokri claiming he has video evidence of Kanu. The alleged content was that ordering to kill soldiers and also burn down Lagos. He said that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told them that they should burn down Lagos and also kill soldiers. That was the order he gave people. Now, he went on Channels TV interview and was saying this thing. He was saying, and it's not the way he was even pointing out the allegations is not similar. It sounds so similar to the federal government was old allegations. It's not sounding so similar to it, and people have been asking who paid him, to say such a thing. Now they have been asking that this is the question they've been asking: why hasn't this video been in court for 2 years since Reno Omokri said he has the evidence? Why hasn't he come and release it in court? Why hasn't he come and release what he said in court? Show them it, because one thing is you don't just come out in interview and be saying what you don't know. If you feel that, oh, this person said such a thing, why don't you just come out, show them evidence of what you accused him of in court? Because it's only evidence that the law court is using to work. If you come out and be saying something in national TV, people won't even believe you. You need to see evidence, because we already know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is actually what innocent. He's actually what innocent. So this man, people have been asking, why did he say such a thing, and why is this revelation? Why is he just all of a sudden making it to come now? So let's go on. Nigeria is on one edge. Nnamdi Kanu's trial is at boiling point. Peter Obi says the entire case makes no sense. Reno Omokri claims he has a video of Kanu ordering soldiers killed and Lagos burned. Supporters are screaming, where is the evidence? The October 2025 ruling could shake Nigerian judiciary forever. Is this justice or just politics in disguise? Now, Peter Obi, known for his scam approach, shocked everyone when he said this trial does not make sense. For years, Kanu has been detained without solid evidence, and Obi's words echo with what many Nigerians feel. Obi isn't defending violence, he is demanding what? Fairness. Endless detention without proof only fuels tension in the southeast. Now, his call for a political solution hit a nerve because it came from someone respected across Nigeria divides. Now, supporters hailed him as brave. Critics accused him of siding with Kanu, but Obi's point is clear: without evidence, there is no case. That's what Peter Obi was telling you. You cannot, without evidence, there is no case. Reno Omokri is saying that, oh, he has a video evidence. Present it now. Because without the evidence, that means you don't have anything. If Reno Omokri cannot provide the evidence of where he said that he has a video evidence where Kanu was ordering people to kill soldiers. If he can't provide that video, that means he doesn't have any case with Mazi Nnamdi. There's no case for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So Reno Omokri's explosive claim, this is what he said. Just as Obi called for a reasoning, Reno Omokri dropped a general into debate. On Channels TV, he claimed to have a video of Kanu ordering his supporters to kill soldiers, kill policemen, and burn Lagos. This allegation mirrors the federal government narrative word for word. But here's the problem. For 2 years now, no such video has been presented in court. I remember the time that they brought their witnesses, they say, oh, witness BBB, witness BB that and this. And they told them, okay, you guys are saying that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu did this. Okay, provide the video evidence of what he said. And these people started talking another thing, that they were just talking off point. There was no video evidence. They were just assuming something that was not even right. Now, immediately Kanu supporters heard about what Reno Omokri said. They immediately were fired back. Immediately, Kanu supporters fired back. Making they heard what happened. They immediately fired back at Reno Omokri and said, if you have it, take it to court, not TV. In Nigerian law, allegations mean nothing without proof beyond reasonable doubt. Kanu's legal team has filed a no-case submission, arguing the prosecution has no credible evidence. For forensic analysis, chain of custody, authentication, none of this can happen on social media. It must be in court. Without proof, this is just another political allegation and not justice. So someone is asking, okay, someone dropped a comment. He said, what is happening? Okay, so I'll be breaking it down for you guys. The Reno Omokri has come out, to tell the public on Channels TV that he has a video evidence of where Nnamdi Kanu was seen ordering people to kill soldiers and policemen, which people have come out to debunk, saying that is a lie. That even if he has a video evidence, why didn't he present it in court when they were asking it? That's to say, where has it, like, where is the video evidence? He's saying that he has the video evidence. He's saying he has it. So people are now asking him, since you have the video evidence, why didn't you present it in court? Or are you just coming here, to make Tinubu, to make Tinubu feel proud of himself? Because people are not asking, it's like he's actually working for Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Imagine coming up to say such a thing and he has no evidence of it. Now, okay, someone here said you have to back up everything he has been saying. Exactly. He's saying something. He's saying that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu ordered the people to kill soldiers and policemen, and he doesn't have any evidence to back up what he said. And he came out in Channels TV to be saying such a thing. If you have video evidence of what you say, why don't you go to court and submit it? What is Nigerian court there for? You can't come to an interview, Channels TV, and you just come and be saying anything you want. And people asked him, how much did the federal government pay you to say such a thing? That's what people are now asking Reno Omokri. How much did they pay you? Because before you come out to say such a thing, you must have a video evidence. And so today, they're still asking him about the video evidence. He's not saying anything. He's not saying it, but he has come out, to allege false allegations about an innocent man. Now, you guys remember the Lagos State NSAS Judicial Panel, right? It spent months investigating the violence. Their report never linked Kanu or IPOB to Lagos or even burn it down. They have checked the records. They have found out that the report, it never linked Kanu or IPOB to Lagos thing, because Reno Omokri is saying that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu told people to burn down Lagos. And the report said they never linked Kanu or IPOB to Lagos or any burn it down order. In Omotosho's own courtroom, the federal government admitted the panel found no connection. That makes Reno's sudden Born Lagos video claim looks suspicious and politically teamed. How can a private citizen have evidence the government itself does not? So this is the question people are asking. How can a private citizen like Reno Omokri have a video evidence that the government itself does not even have? Because I remember when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has been coming court, they have been asking the witnesses, do you have any video evidence against this man for all the allegations you have been saying? He said that they don't have any evidence. So you don't have any evidence and you're coming to court to allege against an innocent man. Does it really make sense? Now, pressure on Justice James Omotosho. All eyes are now on Justice James Omotosho, the man who holds Kanu's fate. Report says northern coalition groups are pressuring him not to release Kanu. Just like I always told you guys, something is actually fishy about this man Nnamdi Kanu's case. Let's go back to when he was in court. When he was coming to court, during July, when he was coming to court, Justice James Omotosho told us that he's going to do everything within his powers to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released, so that at least he will go and see his family, because the man has been in detention for so long. And people took his words. And after everything, they came back on the 18th July, and people were expecting to hear a very good judgment from Justice James Omotosho, only for him to come and bust our brains. And what he told us was that they're going on a vacation. On a vacation, you know that you guys normally go on a vacation, and you didn't make Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case more closer. You didn't bring it more closer. You took from 18th July to from the last time they had the court case to 18th July, only for you to come out and tell us that you're going on a vacation. And people started asking, is it that people are still pressuring him? No, because before he was, he was on the side of a Kanu, and now this time around he's no longer in Kanu's side, because when he came back to court on 18th July, he suddenly changed. And on the 14th, he told us he was going on a vacation, and people started asking, does it mean that the Northerners are still pressuring this judge? Does it mean that the Northerners are not feeding him? Now, the sudden Omokri claim looks like part of that pressure, campaign. If Omotosho rules by law and dismisses the case, it's a win for the judiciary. If he bows to politics, public trust will shatter. Yes, that is it. If he bows to politics, public trust is going to shatter at all. But if Omotosho rules by law and dismisses the case, it's a big win to the judiciary. Now, this ruling is bigger than Kanu. It's about whether Nigerian courts are truly independent. On October 10, 2025 isn't just another court day. It's being called Judgment Day for Nigerian democracy and Judgment Day for Nigerian judiciary, because external bodies outside the country are now watching what is going on. Especially they're putting mouth in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case. Just like if you guys normally follow my live session, you see where I told you guys that Donald Trump has actually started talking about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case. He went on further to say that any Nigerian judiciary that is any corrupt Nigerian judiciary will soon be sanctioned. And the section he's talking about is like giving travel bans and freezing assets. Now, if Kanu walks free due to lack of evidence, it opens door for dialogue and peace. If he's kept in detention without proof, it risks igniting more tension in the southeast. So human rights groups, diaspora organizations, and international observers are all watching closely. The whole country is holding its breath, because they are watching, what will be the next, the next thing that they're going to say. So, social media exploded after Reno's claim. Like, immediately people heard about what Reno said. People who supported Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they came out and were saying, this man is so evil. Social media was, it was on fire that day, because supporters called it cheap blackmail, accusing me of playing politics. People are saying that Reno Omokri, this is just like a cheap blackmail, and they accuse him of playing politics, that he wants to play politics with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That's what they said. Now there were so many hashtags like no case, no evidence, and free Kanu now began trending. And lawyers asked, if the federal government couldn't produce this video for 2 years, how come Reno suddenly has it? If the federal government does not have such a video evidence against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, how is it possible that Reno Omokri now has it? Even neutral Nigerians are demanding, bring evidence, not propaganda. We don't need propaganda. We need serious evidence. Now, Kanu's case has gone beyond one man. It's a test of Nigeria's justice system. When courts are used as political weapons, democracy suffers. Every day, Kanu stays detained without evidence. Separatist feelings grow stronger. This is why voices like P2B are calling for a political solution. Justice must be built on proof and not pressure or propaganda. We don't want a process whereby they are pressuring our judge to give judgment. No, we don't want something like that. So guys, before we continue, please, there's a normal ritual we normally do in this channel. Please, I want you to type in the comment section, because we normally do this so that the federal government will be aware that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is is an innocent man. So please type in the comment section, free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and also say justice delayed is not justice denied, because we're actually using this platform to agitate for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So guys, what do you really think? Is Reno Omokri's alleged video real or just a political tool to keep Kanu locked up? For me, I see this as a political tool, to keep Kanu locked up. This is just a political tool that he's looking for every possible means that he's going to use and keep this man in continuous detention. So, do you also agree with Peter B that his trial makes no sense, or do you believe there's more to the story? For me, I feel that yes, his trial does not actually, make no sense. It doesn't, because imagine trying a man that did not even do anything. A man that is an innocent man, you guys are going. In fact, there's even a time that, like I told you guys, the wife of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came. That's Uchechi Oku Kanu. She came out and said that and challenged and confronted the UK government, telling them that this thing you guys are doing is not good. Imagine you're not saying anything about your own citizen. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a UK citizen, but guess what? The UK are not saying anything about his detention. They're just keeping quiet about it. And Uchechi, the wife of Kanu, immediately went and confronted the UK government and told them that how can you stay quiet and they are dealing with your citizen like this? And when she went off further saying this is uncalled for and they need to act today. If not, if they don't act now, that a lot of things is going to spoil. That she immediately confronted the UK government to do something about it. So let's go on. Nigeria is at a crossroad. Nnamdi Kanu's trial is no longer just a legal case, it's a test for the entire judiciary. Peter B's statement has shocked the political landscape. This trial does not make sense. That is what Peter B said. Peter B's the day Reno Omokri drops a last-minute bombshell. This is what he said. That he has so many video evidence that is not just one, there's not even two, that he has so many evidence against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And people are like, what did Nnamdi Kanu even do to Reno Omokri that he had to come out to say such a thing? Now, so supporters were shouting, if you have it, take it to court. Critics are whispering, is this evidence real or a political setup? I always say it's a political setup because it's not a real, the evidence is not real. How did a private citizen like Reno Omokri get such a video evidence? If the Nigerian government couldn't have that video evidence in their hand, so why will a private citizen have such an evidence? And people went on telling him, okay, if it is that, okay, just provide the video evidence. You said you have the video evidence, provide it to court. That is what we want. Supporters were shouting, telling him, you have to take it to court. That is what people were saying. If you have evidence, take it to court. Let's know. Till today, he hasn't even provided that evidence. To show you that there are so many people who are always behind the back, fighting that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should not be released. People who you see them, they will come out in public, and you see they will say, oh, let's release him, let's release Nnamdi Kanu. But at the back, they are saying, don't release him. Evil people. On October 10th, 2025, he could either restore faith in Nigeria court or destroy it completely. Just like I told you people, on 10th October 2025, it's going to be a massive thing because people are waiting for Justice James Omotosho to give his verdict, to give his judgment. And if he doesn't release a good judgment, indigenous people of Biafra are going to start first. First of all, they are going to even organize a violent protest because they have told them that they don't like the way they keep postponing this man's court case. They don't like the indigenous people of Biafra have come out to tell Justice Omotosho, I don't like the way you're postponing this man's case. So if 10th October did not restore faith in Nigeria's court, it's then definitely going to destroy it completely. A lot is going to be happening on 10th October 2025. Now, is this about justice or is it about power? Every allegation that Reno Omokri said, it is not, it's nothing, it's just lies. Nothing but blatant lie. Now, Peter B's calm, measured voice sent shockwaves when he said this trial does not make sense. It sent shockwaves to people, and they were like, what Peter B said is true. Peter B told them that the trial, the way you guys are trying this one, it doesn't make sense at all. It doesn't just make sense. Obi is not known for reckless statements, which is why this hit so hard. He's not defending violence, he's defending due process and justice. Obi's point, he said, if you have evidence, present it. If you don't, let the man go. That is what Peter B told them. If you have evidence, okay, then it's fine. Present it. Let's know that, oh, he's guilty. But if you don't have any evidence against this man, why keep him in continuous detention? knowing fully well his health conditions, knowing fully well that he has a family that he hasn't seen, knowing fully well that he has children to raise, children that he has not even seen his children or even giving them fatherly love for so long now. Now, endless detention without proof is damaging what Nigerians' unity. His call for a political solution isn't about siding with IPOB, it's about saving the country what from further division. Now, supporters hailed Obi's courage. Finally, a leader speaking truth to power. That is what they say. Now, critics accuse him of supporting Kanu. People are saying that, oh, Peter Obi is just supporting Kanu. He's saying the fact. You know, one thing with many Nigerians is that they don't like hearing the truth. They don't like hearing the fact. Critics were saying that Peter Obi is not supporting Kanu, but he's not. He was stating the fact. But Obi stood firm on the rule of law. He didn't say, oh, let me not support because I'm coming out from the 20, I'm coming out for 2027 presidential election. Let me go to Bola Ahmed Tinubu side. No, he never did that. He stood firmly on the rule of law. His statement mirrors what international observers have been saying for years. This trial is dragging with no evidence. Obi's word set the tune for the national conversation ahead of what October 10th, 2025, and the timing absolutely was critical. The court date was looming, tension was, is already getting high. Now, Reno Omokri's allegation, this is at the duplicated what angles. Just as Obi's statement was gaining momentum, Reno Omokri throws fuel on the fire. Then he came out on Channel TV and was blabbing. He claims he has video evidence of this, that even if he wants, he told Channel TV that he can even bring the video evidence to them now. And, they went on telling him, okay, people, supporters of Kanu told him, okay, if you have it, bring it. You said that Kanu ordered killings and killings and calling of Lagos, to be burnt. He was ordering killings of policemen and soldiers. He was calling for Lagos to be burnt. Now, all these things, can we just see a video of where he stood and was saying it? A video of where he said it and was saying it. No, he couldn't provide it. Now, for supporters, this sounded like a last-minute attempt, to sway the judge. For critics, it sounded like proof if the video actually was exists. But here's the burning question: where has this video been for the last 2 years? What am I even saying? Last 2 years? Where has this video been for the last 4 years? Why haven't they brought it out and showed them? Why hasn't it been tendered in court since Kanu's arrest in 2021? Why does a private citizen have it, but the government, DSS, and military do not? The timing days before October 10th, 2025 looks less like justice and more like what strategy. It mirrors federal government allegations word for word. Coincidence or what coordination? Now, Omokri's claim has turned into a national debate. Is this evidence or is this what propaganda? So people are saying submit it to court. On social media, people are saying if you have evidence, submit it to court. That they have been attacking Reno Omokri for this particular statement he did. So immediately, social media exploded and said, Reno, if you have it, take it to court. Nigerian law is clear. Allegations are nothing without evidence presented under the oath. Digital evidence must be authenticated. Chain of custody must be established. You can't do that on TV. You can't just come out on TV and say something without the video evidence. We want the fact that, okay, you're in TV, you're in Chinese TV saying such a thing. As you're in Chinese TV, we're playing the video there for us so that we'll be seeing what you're saying is true. But guess what? He did not. Now, Kanu's legal team filed a no-case submission precisely because the federal government has failed to bring solid proof. Forensic analysis isn't done in press interview, it is done in the courtroom. Allegations without evidence are political weapons, not instruments of justice. If this video is real, why hasn't it been submitted as exhibit a long time ago? When the judge was saying, you guys should submit your exhibit. Why didn't they submit it a very long time ago? Now, without proof, this entire claim falls apart under Nigerians was Evidence Act. Supporters repeated the same line over and over. Court, not camera, evidence, not what interview. That is what they said. They said that the supporters not saying that it is court that they need it. They don't just want camera. We want evidence and not interview. You cannot just want to be doing interview without bringing enough evidence, because court works with what evidence. video clips. That's what court works with. Even natural observers are calling for calm and proper legal proceedings. Then there's the Lagos State enters panel report. It changes everything. This was an official government-backed inquiry with CCTV, testimonies, and security reports. The panel never linked Kanu or IPOB to Lagos violence. In fact, federal government admitted in Omotosho's courtroom that Kanu wasn't named in the report. So how does Reno suddenly have a video claiming Kanu ordered Lagos burnt? Is he saying the official panel he lied, missed everything, or is this video fabricated? For me, I feel it's fabricated, and I feel that he doesn't even have it. He's just coming out to make up lies, so that they will keeping Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in contradiction. So the contradiction is glaring, and Nigerians are asking tough question. That is what that is happening. So guys, like I always say, please, we normally use this platform to agitate for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So please do well to type in the comment section free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and also type in the comment section justice delayed is not what justice denied. So guys, I would love you guys to listen to what this lawyer has to say, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu lawyer has to say about what Reno Omokri said. And I'll be right back. And also, please drop your comments below. I'll be back to tell you guys the reason why Reno Omokri had to do such a thing. Guys,
when
just
the president
and I'll be
calm
back.
down, the reason have a discussion with him. You have been having a discussion with bandits and the so-called repentant Boko Haram. Tell me the offense of Nnamdi, because he's agitating for self-determination, which is his own constitutional fundamental rights granted to him by the Constitution and the law.
Well, the government's angle is not because of the agitation, because they know that everyone has a right to agitate. But they said the way he was going about it,
like
and then people were being incited. Well, that's even not what I'm
what of the wife of the president incited people during the election? The wife of the president, he incited people that Igbo should go. What of the one of Lagos said that Igbo should go and fall into lagoon? What of those that came out and said that Igbos will not vote? If you are not voting for APC, you will not vote. What happened to them? Has anybody been arrested? That Nnamdi Kanu said something, then you now term that thing he said as is a terrorist, is a crime of terrorism. You charge him for terrorism. His own lawful organization that is registered in almost all the whole countries in America and Europe and Asia, and you now came to Nigeria, you term it a terrorist organization. Now you are now saying that now that IPOB is being recognized in almost all the whole countries, America and Europe. So you are not saying that America, France, Germany, they are recognizing a terrorist organization because you don't want anybody to agitate. You want to suppress anybody. If you talk, kill him, suppress him, jail him. In a country that is predicated on constitutional governance, it cannot work like that.
Okay, let's get back to the ministerial nomination of Bianca Ojukwu, because you said he took away one from Anambra and brought in another. But remember that the president took away the minister based on the KPI results that came out, which he was not even the one, that did the evaluation. It was the result given to him, with which he did that, meaning that if actually the minister had performed, above board in the KPI, they wouldn't have had any reason to remove her rather.
Now, still on that ministerial list, we have 48 of them, am I right? And we have 36 states in this country, including FCT 37. So, apart from Southeast, that have only 5, every other region have more than 6, apart from Southeast. Now, check since 1999, we have been having series of presidents. Let's use what is going on now. The president is from where? Vice is from where? Speaker is from where? Senate President is from where? CJN is from where? Court of Appeal President is from where? National Industrial Court President is from where? Chief Judge of Federal High Court is from where? And they are saying that the people of Southeast belongs to this country.
The chief of
are you sure Max, are you sure you're not? I mean, it's just like what I said too. I mean, isn't it time we started to be less sentimental about this diversity?
We have to apply it now. We are saying that the only people that are qualified to hold on this position, nobody from South is qualified. On what basis?
Are you saying that there's
the chief of Naval Staff is from the Southeast? Huh? The chief of Naval Staff?
From where? I'm talking about the key position. Number 1 person, number 2 person, number 3 person, number 4 person, number 5 person. The key position, we have 3 arms of government: the executive, the judiciary, and the parliament. You can never see anybody from Southeast there. Now, the point we are talking about is that when I'm not even talking about, I'm in court about lopsided appointments.
Okay.
I can avail that my process because I did an intensive research in that process. File it, asking court to view whether this particular appointment, whether this particular governance is in line with Federal Character Establishment Act, an act of National Assembly that said that you should carry everybody along. Section 14 of the Constitution also said that you should carry everybody along. And we are now doing all these things. You are telling me that, yes, now that you have removed Kennedy Handele and you are now brought in Jan Kojuku, that the people of Southeast will jubilate. Are you talking to idiots? Look at the people that you are talking about. Check, let me start with the source. In football, the people that have made Nigeria proud are the people of Southeast. In commerce, in aviation industry, name it, in academics. They are from people of Southeast. But when it comes to power, they are not qualified. And we want them to be happy. Listen, let me tell you, like today that is Monday, go to Southeast. And my annoyance is that these things are avoidable for Christ's sake. The one at Niger, the reason and the Kanu, let us start addressing this issue. This early morning, somebody sent me a clip, something they posted, that they said from, I think they said next week, maybe the next 2 weeks, that there will be nothing like federal courts in the whole of Southeast. What do I mean by federal courts? Federal courts, National Industrial Court is a federal court. Federal High Court is a federal court. Court of Appeal is a federal court. Now, the people the judges that are there, most of them are not Igbos. Majority of them are not Igbos. How should you risk somebody to go and preside in the Court of Appeal over the Judicial Division, Oka Judicial Division, Enugu Judicial Division? How can you appoint somebody to go and preside in Federal High Court in the Southeast, National Industrial Court in the Southeast? And we are not even thinking about all this. And the judges are not even thinking about, So the point we are talking about is that when there is a problem, look for a solution. Personally, somebody like us, we are not even, I'm defending Nnamdi, one of his lawyers. So when they say so you people are not doing what you're supposed to do, the person that is calling you, don't even know him. He's using the hidden number to call you. You don't even know what they're talking about court. The only thing that you went to court and you were unable to bring Nnamdi out. They're not even safe.
Okay, Maxwell, let me ask you this, because from what you're saying, I've also heard IPOB many times deny, allegations of being involved in some of the killings that happen in the Southeast and some of the, the ills that we see in the society. Even the sit-at-home in question, IPOB has also claimed that he has not asked anybody to sit at home. I don't know, get my point. So the point I'm making is that from what you're saying, it would look as if what you're actually trying to say is that it's because Nnamdi is being held, that is why, the ills in the society in the Southeast has escalated. Does it have anything to do with him? That is what you're saying?
Do you know why? Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB is his initiative. He established it, he organized it. Now, when you now kidnapped him or adopted him, and unlawfully, because the Supreme Court have said that he was unlawfully brought into this country, and you kept him incommunicado, everybody on his own. This one we kill, you said at IPOB. This one we maim, you said at IPOB. Everybody on his own. That's why I ask you the question, who is IPOB? The IPOB is Nnamdi Kanu. So Nnamdi Kanu, if Nnamdi Kanu is out, you will know who is who. Simon Ekpa will talk his own, Emma Powerful will talk his own, this one will talk his own, this one. Who is IPOB? That you are even talking. Simon Ekpa is in Finland. Emma Powerful, I don't know where he's operating from. Another person is operating from somewhere. Issuing threats. Just like the one somebody told me. I don't even know where that one is coming from. So the easiest way to do is the one that you know. Nnamdi Kanu. Then tell Attorney General, as he discontinue the charges against the president of Mieti Ala Kato, discontinue that of Showore, they are all terrorism. Tell them to discontinue that of Nnamdi Kanu and allow Nnamdi Kanu to agitate. It is his right. I told you the other day.
You see, that's where the problem is, really. The guarantee, that there will not be problems, even if Nnamdi Kanu is. Because you're saying allow him to agitate, and he goes about it the way he used to, like, the government have actually feared. That may also create more problems, don't you think?
Let me tell you, there are some things that you asked me the other day whether they are talking about condition given Nnamdi Kanu. I told you one question. I say, if you give Nnamdi Kanu condition that he feel after meeting up that condition, he will still live like a human being, so be it. But when you give him condition and you are removing that made him a human being, he will tell you no. What is that made you a human being? That thing that makes you a human being is your ability to exercise your fundamental rights. And when somebody said, now I'm going to employ you here, I will be paying you $500,000 every month, but you will not talk, you will not move out, you say, do away with your job. When somebody said, I'm going to release you, but I'll cut one of your hands, say no. the agitation for self-determination is a fundamental right. And if you people fail to understand it, I can agitate that I need the Republic of Maxwell. Yeah. It is my right. Anybody can agitate. I don't even need crowd to follow me. It is when you now feel that you have gotten the necessary meet the necessary qualities, then so be it. It is now left for the president who believe in democracy, who believe in government of the people by the people, to apply an initiative. What is the initiative? Release the person. Start addressing all those issues that gave rise to this agitation. It has been there. Uwazirike was agitating during Obasanjo. A lot of people were agitating. So now that you have arrested, you come down Uwazirike that time. Nnamdi Kanu came up. Now that you have arrested Nnamdi Kanu, Simon Ekpa is there. I think this data from Ned Nwoko was telling you that even if you arrest Simon Ekpa today, another Simon Ekpa will come out. So the issue there is that address all those issues.
Right. So for you, it's not about ministerial appointment.
No. That one. Okay, that is the complete distraction. When the president calm down, the reason Nnamdi Kanu, have a discussion with him. You have been having a discussion with bandits and the so-called repentant Boko Haram. Tell me the offense of Nnamdi Kanu, because he's agitating for self-determination, which is his own constitutional fundamental rights granted to him by the constitution and the law.
Well, the government's angle is not because of the agitation, because they know that everyone has a right to agitate, but they said the way he was going about it, like and then people were being incited. Well, that's even not what I'm
what of the wife of the president incited people during the election? The wife of the president, he incited people that Igbo should go. What of the one Oba of Lagos said that Igbo should go and fall into lagoon? What of those that came out and said that Igbos will not vote? If you are not voting for APC, you will not vote. What happened to them? Has anybody been arrested? That Nnamdi Kanu said something, then you now term that thing he said as is a terrorist, is a crime of terrorism. You charge him for terrorism. His own lawful organization that is registered in almost all the whole countries in America and Europe and Asia, and you now came to Nigeria, you term it a terrorist organization. Now you are now saying that now that IPOB is being recognized in almost all the whole countries, America and Europe. So you are now saying that America, France, Germany, they are recognizing a terrorist organization because you don't want anybody to agitate. You want to suppress anybody. If you talk, kill him, suppress him, jail him. In a country that is predicated on constitutional governance, it cannot work like that.
Okay, let's get back to the ministerial nomination of Bianca Ojukwu, because you said he took away one from Anambra and brought in another. But remember that the president took away the minister based on the KPI results that came out, which he was not even the one, that did the evaluation. It was the result given to him, with which he did that, meaning that if actually the minister had performed, above board in the KPI, they wouldn't have had any reason to remove her rather.
Now, still on that ministerial list, we have 48 of them, am I right? And we have 36 states in this country, including FCT 37. So, apart from Southeast, that have only 5, every other region have more than 6, apart from Southeast. Now, check since 1999, we have been having series of presidents. Let's use what is going on now. The president is from where? Vice is from where? Speaker is from where? Senate President is from where? CJN is from where? Court of Appeal President is from where? National Industrial Court President is from where? Chief Judge of Federal High Court is from where? And they are saying that the people of Southeast belongs to this country.
Are you sure you're not? It's just like what I said too. I mean, isn't it time we started to be less sentimental about this diversity?
We have to apply it now. We are saying that the only people that are qualified to hold all this position, nobody from South is qualified. On what basis?
Are you saying that
but the chief of naval staff is from the Southeast?
Huh?
The chief of naval staff?
From where? I'm talking about the key position.
So
number 1 person, number 2 person, number 3 person, number 4 person, number 5 person. The key position, we have 3 arms of government: the executive, the judiciary, and the parliament. You can never see anybody from Southeast there. Now, the point we are talking about is that I'm not even talking about, I'm in court about lopsided appointments.
Okay.
I can avail that my process because I did an intensive research in that process. File it, asking court to view whether this particular appointment, whether this particular government is in line with Federal Character Establishment Act, an act of National Assembly. that said that you should carry everybody along. Section 14 of the Constitution also said that you should carry everybody along. And we are not doing all these things. You are telling me that, yes, now that you have removed Kennedy Handele and you are now brought in Jan Kojuku, that the people of Southeast will jubilate. Are you talking to idiots? Look at the people that you are talking about. Check, let me start with the source. In football, the people that have made Nigeria proud are the people of Southeast. In commerce, in aviation industry, name it. In academics, they are from people of Southeast. But when it comes to power, they are not qualified. And we want them to be happy. Listen, let me tell you, like today that is Monday, go to Southeast. And my annoyance is that these things are avoidable for Christ's sake. The one at Niger, the reason and the Kanu, let us start addressing this issue. This early morning, somebody sent me a clip, something they posted, that they said from, I think they said next week, maybe the next 2 weeks, that there will be nothing like federal courts in the whole of Southeast. What do I mean by federal court? Federal court, National Industrial Court is a federal court. Federal High Court is a federal court. Court of Appeal is a federal court. Now, the people the judges that are there, most of them are not Igbos. Majority of them are not Igbos. How should you risk somebody to go and preside in the Court of Appeal over the Judicial Division, Oka Judicial Division, Enugu Judicial Division? How can you appoint somebody to go and preside in Federal High Court in the Southeast, National Industrial Court in the Southeast? And you are not even thinking about all this, and the judges are not even thinking about So the point we are talking about is that when there is a problem, look for a solution. Personally, somebody like us, we're not even, I'm defending Nnamdi, one of his lawyers. So when they say so you people are not doing what you're supposed to do, the person that is calling you, don't even know him. He's using the hidden number to call you. You don't even know what they're talking about court. The only thing that you went to court and you were unable to bring Nnamdi out. They're not even safe.
Okay, Maxwell, let me ask you this, because from what you're saying, I've also heard IPOB many times deny, allegations of being involved in some of the killings that happen in the Southeast and some of the, the ills that we see in the society. Even the sit-at-home in question, IPOB has also claimed that he has not asked anybody to sit at home. I don't know, get my point. So the point I'm making is that from what you're saying, it would look as if what you're actually trying to say is that it's because Nnamdi is being held,
yes,
that is why, the ills in the society in the Southeast has escalated. Does it have anything to do with him? That is what you're saying?
You know why? Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB is his initiative. He established it, he organized it. Now, when you now kidnapped him or adopted him, and unlawfully, because the Supreme Court have said that he was unlawfully brought into this country, and you kept him incommunicado, everybody on his own. This one we kill, you said at IPOB. This one we maim, you said at IPOB. Everybody on his own. That's why I asked you the question, who is IPOB? The IPOB is Nnamdi Kanu. So Nnamdi Kanu, if Nnamdi Kanu is out, you will know who is who. Simon Ekpa will talk his own, Emma Powerful will talk his own, this one will talk his own, this one. Who is IPOB? That you are even talking. Simon Ekpa is in Finland. Emma Powerful, I don't know where he's operating from. Another person is operating from somewhere. Issuing threats. Just like the one somebody told me. I don't even know where that one is coming from. So the easiest way to do is the one that you know. Nnamdi Kanu. Then tell Attorney General, as he discontinue the charges against the president of Mieti Ala Kato, discontinue that of Showore, they are all terrorism. Tell them to discontinue that of Nnamdi Kanu, and allow Nnamdi Kanu to agitate. It is his right. I told you the other day. You see, that's where the problem is, really. The guarantee, that there will not be problems, even if Nnamdi Kanu is, because you're saying allow him to agitate, and he goes about it the way he used to, like, the government have actually feared. That may also create more problems, don't you think? Let me tell you, there are some things that you asked me the other day whether they are talking about condition given Nnamdi Kanu. I told you one question. I said, if you give Nnamdi Kanu condition that he feel after meeting up that condition, he will still live like a human being, so be it. But when you give him condition and you are removing that made him a human being, he will tell you no. What is that made you a human being? That thing that makes you a human being is your ability to exercise your fundamental rights. And when somebody said, now I'm going to employ you here, I will be paying you $500,000 every month, but you will not talk, you will not move out, you say, do away with your job. When somebody said, I'm going to release you, but I'll cut one of your hands, say no.
So, guys, you guys have listened to what Mazinam Kanu's lawyer said, right? Now, if you're giving Mazinam the conditions, to release him, it must be something that after the conditions, he will also have the right, to exercise. You have freedom to exercise his rights. It's not like you trying to cage him. Now, just like I've been telling you guys about what Reno Omokri did, it's a very bad allegation that he actually said. This man came out and was giving false allegations about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Just as Obi's statement was gaining momentum, Reno Omokri throws fuel on the fire and he came out on China's TV. He claims he has video evidence of Kanu ordering killings and calling for Lagos to be burnt. Now, for so many supporters, this sounded like a last-minute attempt, to sway the judge. For critics, it sounded like proof if the video actually was exist. But here's the burning question: where has this video been for the last 2 years? Why hasn't it been tendered in court since Kanu's arrest in 2021? Why does a private citizen have it, but the government, DSS, and military do not? So that has been a lot of people's question. The many people went on further to say, oh, this man is a liar. He's actually working for the federal government. That's why he's coming out to say rubbish about what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So, guys, that's all we have for today. Let me know your thoughts below. And also, if you're new to this channel, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, to be getting all the latest news in this channel. Just like I told you guys, we normally do this in this channel. Please do well to type in the comment section free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and justice delayed is not justice denied, because we use this platform to agitate for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and also to tell the Nigerian government that this man is innocent and everybody in the whole wide world that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is actually innocent. So please, guys, subscribe to this channel and also don't forget that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be in court on 10th October 2025, as we are going to be waiting to hear from Justice Omotosho. The final judgment is going to be given. So, guys, thanks for watching and see you guys again in my next live section.